Hi fellow reefers, this is Eddie of Eddie's Reef Aquarium. This video, I'm dedicating it to the rule of thirds. Now you might ask yourself, well, what's the rule of third? Well, the rule of third is a composition type of imaginary lines that are used by photographers, by cinematographers, and in graphic designs. What it does is, imaginarily, you're supposed to go ahead and draw two equal lines vertically and two equal lines horizontally. And then what happens is that on these lines, where they intersect, that would be what they call the focal point or the point of interest. And what this does is that when you actually place objects, scenery, landscape, or whatever, it makes it more pleasing to the human eye when you're viewing an item. Now, this doesn't say that you cannot break the rule of thirds, of course. If you have an item, an object, a subject that you want to shoot a picture in the middle, that of course wouldn't be quite the rule of third, because you're focusing centrally at that object or person. But usually with cinematographers or photographers or graphic designers, what they use and they try to use almost all the times is, again, as I said, the rule of thirds. Now what I'm going to do is, I know you're looking at the tank briefly. Hey, this is what he means. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to focus on the tank, and I'm going to go more in depth into what it's all about. And what I'm going to use, I'm going to use one of these cups to demonstrate on aquascaping if that was actually rocks that I had put, and how they would look and affect the rule of thirds. So let me give you a better shot strictly on the tank, and then I'll go on and explain a little further. Okay, and here we're in front of the tank. And like I mentioned before, here you're gonna see these lines that I've put with Scotch tape. And these lines are, I mean, in your mind when you're doing this, you have to keep an imaginary picture of what these lines look about. So if you notice here, you have the intersections. These intersections going from left to right and top to bottom, these intersections are what they call the focal point. So these are the areas that you're gonna try to focus certain items, in this case, aquascaping, to make it more pleasant to the human eye. So in this case, over here, I have a cup where I put it on the fourth ground. So this first panel is considered the fourth ground, then the middle ground, and the background. Okay, now on this case, this would be in this scenario that I set up, this would be like the lowest rock or coral that I would put on the fourth ground towards the front. Then on the middle ground, I went ahead and I put two levels of cups representing, of course, rocks. This, you can use it as a slate, or you can make, like, let's say, a cave, etc., etc. Then on this side, I went ahead and put another row of cups representing, for instance, that huge Pucani rock that I got. If you've looked at my previous videos, that humongous rock, that's where I would put it. And this, of course, would be on the upper panel, which would be on the background. Now, this is not set in stone. The rule of thirds can be broken. Like, not necessarily do I have to have this in this section. It's just to get an idea, to make it more pleasant to the human eye when you're focusing at the tank. So, like, for instance, this could be in the middle. These rocks can be on the side, or this can be on the other side. But this is to get a ballpark picture of what it would actually look. Matter of fact, when I go to Worldwide Coral, which is my LFS, when you go in on the left-hand side, they have a beautiful tank. I really don't know how many gallons, maybe 400 gallons or more, and it's a mixed tank. And if you look at it, once you know what this is all about, the rule of thirds, they used it. They have a bunch of beautiful rocks here with a bunch of SPS, acroporos, etc., etc. And then they have like certain combinations of caves. Then at the end here, they have like rocks that cascades and it comes down to the front. So the rule of thirds was used on that tank. And on their other major display, which is a humongous tank, they also used it on a different type of format. So this is basically what I want to bring up today, how the rule of thirds works, what's the definition of it, and how you can apply it in reference to a picture composition, how you can apply it here to aquascaping. And that being said, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you liked it. And if you did, just hit the thumbs up. Or if not, share it with your fellow YouTubers. And you're welcome to subscribe to my channel. And like I always say at the end of every video, happy reefing. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.